Okay, I kind of can't believe I'm doing this right now because it's starting to rain. Also, these pivot heads don't fit very perfectly with these particular glasses. I took a ride earlier and I forgot to bring with this particular helmet, they don't fit. I took a ride earlier and I forgot to bring my pivot heads, or any of my cameras for that matter. So I really wanted to do the ride again and film it, or at least the interesting parts of it, most interesting parts. But it's starting to rain and I'm leaving this campsite early tomorrow. So if I'm going to do it, I've got to do it now. Rain's not good for the scooter or the glasses, but I'm going to hope it holds off for 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, yeah, it's dirty. It's always dirty. But we took it for a ride earlier, so that made it even dirtier than normal. I'll fix some of these cables a little here. It's going to lug out when I take off. It always does. Until I wind it up real good the first time, it just lugs out. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me when I'm riding over the engine, but I might talk a little, I might not. We're at the Shady Rest campground in Mammoth Lakes, and we're going to ride up towards the Shady Rest Park. This thing is so old, the pad is just completely faded out. I'm going to replace the entire handlebar system soon. Are we still recording? It sure looks like it. Now they say 5 miles per hour in here, and people hate these things even though they're no more dangerous than the dirt bikes people ride through. But just something about these scooters, a lot of people just hate them. So I always try to be extra careful about the speed limits. Like one of my tires is a little low. I'd probably have a lot more power and speed if it had the right pressure. That's something I'll have to deal with soon. ago I'd jump off that. Not anymore. These knees are too old for that now. So there's some spots right in through here where it looks like people camp, but I don't believe this is 2 miles. And it says you've got to go 2 miles before you can actually camp. Yeah, I know some people want to see what it looks like. The idle's not perfect. This is the first time I've rode it since bringing it up here to the high elevations. I tuned the carburetor a little bit earlier, but either the low setting, maybe the high setting, or more likely than not, it's just the choke, or not the choke, but the throttle is it's not open enough. The idle is what I'm trying to say. You wouldn't think you can get a workout riding one of these, but I'm breathing heavy. In a way, this is harder than climbing some of these hills barefooted. I don't know exactly why. I guess because I constantly have to control my body to not lose it in the soft sand and get around the rocks and maintain control of the thing. Yeah, there's a lot of companies who've made these. GoPed was definitely the biggest. That's why there are more parts available for GoPeds. This model, as I've said before, was a GSR 40 TSI. GSR was the scooter. The engine was a 40cc engine, and the TSI meant that it had factory ported to Trevor Simpson's specs. Now you're wondering who the hell's Trevor Simpson, unless you're a GoPed person. He, one of the more famous engine porters. Back when they used to have races, they still do a little bit, but not like they did in the early 2000s and late 90s. Back when they used to have races, like competitive, professional events, there were several people who were really good at porting out these two-stroke engines. He was one of them. So the GoPed company hired him to port this engine out, gave it basically another 1.5 horsepower just from the porting. And so this is a limited edition. It was made in 2002, and this is still the original motor. So that's pretty darn good, especially considering a kiddo did before I did. Really want to see the whole thing in reverse. The engine just gave me a bit of a fright. For some reason it bogged down. Could be a number of problems. More than likely it's the tuning. Oh no. We just screwed something up. Shit. We just threw out the clutch, and I am a long ways from home. Crap. Oh, we're so far from camp. Damn. I just totally burnt out my clutch. I have... Fuck. Crap, crap, crap.